right, you. Come around here and let me have a look at you. My goodness, look at you. You turned out all right, didn't you? How
Mr. Andrew Yang, you turned out all right, didn't you? All right, guys, welcome back to the channel, and I hope y'all are having a great day. Hello, Yang Gang. So, the debates that we got last night, the second round of debates, were awesome. Andrew Yang did quite well.
If you've heard anything about me and my campaign, you've heard that someone is running for president who wants to give every American $1,000 a month. I know this may sound like a gimmick, but this is a deeply American idea, from Thomas Paine to Martin Luther King to today. Let me tell you why we need to do it and how we pay for it. Why do we need to do it? We already ought to.
And so, Andrew Yang with a fantastic showing last night. And we're going to talk about it today. So, we know that during the last debate, many of us wasn't quite happy with what we got. Andrew simply wasn't given enough time. Of course, with the debates here in Detroit, things were a lot different. Andrew Yang got just enough time to make very solid points, and the CNN analysts even had to admit that his performance was one of the outbreaking performances of the night. So just like we predicted, Andrew Yang turned things around tremendously, and I'm sure that it's going to start to reflect in the poll. Several polls had already showed that he was leading Beto O'Rourke and Cory Booker, and I think his poll numbers are going to continue to go up and up and up. Some great highlights that happened during the debate that I just thought were spectacular was how Andrew was able to go in and really address the immigration situation and state that immigration is being used as a scapegoat tactic about what's happening with the prosperity in America, the jobs in America, what automation is doing to America, and trying to use these scapegoat ideas to make it like the immigrants are a cause of the issue. Quite similar to what you got in Nazi Germany with the Jews. Hitler would blame the Jews for many things. And so these are very old tactics. And Andrew Yang was able to zero in on them and just make great cases all through the night, specifically to the point of what universal basic income could do for America and how it pretty much addresses almost every major concern because, and this is what you all need to understand. I know a lot of people who have tried to put it out there that Andrew Yang is this one-trick pony, and he's just going to say $1,000 dividend, and it solves everything. But let me clarify something here. The social reforms that are needed in America are never far removed from the economic issues, the socio-economic issues we have. As to say, you can't really have one without the other. You're not going to have great social situations without it impacting the economy, the economics. And so that's what happens when you fix the economics. In many cases, by default, you fix many of the social issues that ill us today. And so it's very important that we merge these ideas and we address problems in a whole with both of these ideas, and not think that just by separating them, we're going to solve the overall problem, because they are joined at the hip and they have to be addressed all together. And so Andrew Yang did a great job all through the night. Even when they tried to make the flagship proposal of global warming the biggest issue, Andrew Yang was very specific that don't lose focus on the problems that we need to deal with now. Not saying that global warming is not a problem, but just simply saying that if we have the best global warming policies ever created and we adhere to them and we address them to the best of our ability, we will only affect about 15% of the emissions that are going out all throughout the globe, right? So we can start to make those changes to do the right things, but just America alone is not going to solve that issue, right? If you're going to continue to have pollution in China, in India, and various parts of the globe, you're not going to stop global warming, right? So yes, it's important that we take those steps, but it's also very important what Andrew's saying about this is a problem we can nick right now in America, making our lives better in America, our country stronger, and then we can hope to align with other nations by example and get them on board to address this global warming. So everything just went perfect with Andrew Yang. If I just had to a nitpick at something, right? If I just had to just, be that, have that little irk that was bothering me. It was that, I think was it Don Lemon? Somebody was asking him a question and Andrew Yang was answering the question, and I think Don Lemon went, "Okay, thank you, Mr. Yang," and Andrew almost just stopped on a dime like a robot. Like it kind of reminded me of like if you give somebody a voice command and they respond like that. And the only reason I had a little problem with that, even though it wasn't a big deal, the only thing I could say that was negative about that is that I want Andrew Yang to feel like if he's making an important point and he's not done with his point, finish your point. Don't worry about the the moderators, right? Not saying be disorderly or anything like that, but don't worry about them saying your time is up. Andrew's quite efficient at making points, but I just kind of felt like he was halfway. He was ending the point, but he just abruptly stopped it. I don't think he should have abruptly stopped. I think he should have kept going, but he was very, very assertive during the course of this entire debate. He spoke out. He spoke out from his stomach. He spoke out like he believed, because you got to believe to get other people to believe, right? Excellent, guys. Excellent, excellent debate. I know I won't be surprised to see Andrew Yang's poll numbers just shoot up. I'm looking for him to pass Pete Buttigieg. Even though I think Pete Buttigieg's performance was quite well in his debate, but I think Andrew's gonna either get really close to Pete or he's gonna surpass him. But it is clear that, in my opinion, he's definitely gonna overrun, keep ahead of Booker and Beto O'Rourke. And like he said, it's gonna be this very fluent series where he's going to gradually gain over the course of the debates. But everything was just so awesome. Also, other information I just want to put out there that I thought was very important. Whoopi Goldberg from The View is finally getting it. And she spoke about just how common sense Andrew Yang's policies were. And it is beginning to happen just like we saw it, guys. Giving Andrew Yang enough time to communicate with the American people, he is going to pull so many people in. And it is happening, and you better believe it. And as long as he talks, he's going to continue to pull people to his base. In comparison, no other politician can do that right now. Donald Trump is locked at about a 43% poll rating, maintaining his exact base pretty much. And that's why Donald Trump keeps saying this ridiculous stuff, because he's not trying to gain anymore. He's just trying to hold on to what he has. But he can't expand anymore. And what he has now is not going to be enough for him to win this election. Andrew Yang can keep expanding forward, and Andrew Yang will do just that. You know, I started making Andrew Yang videos. My first video was probably back in 2018, I believe, or very early January. So I've been on the Yang train a long time. All right, I've seen many people make videos come on to the Andrew Yang gang, and that's all great. But it's just so comparable to what we're seeing with everybody else in the mainstream, that they are coming aboard, and better late to the party than not at all. So very glad to see all of those things happening. Also, Marianne Williamson, we want to talk about this. She has embraced universal basic income. It is on her website. So now we have not just one opportunity, but two opportunities. Either one of these candidates at this point, as I said, anybody who supports universal basic income, similar to what Andrew Yang is doing, I will support that candidate. Nobody else was doing it but Andrew, so I only supported Andrew. Now Marianne Williamson's doing it, so I'm going to start covering Marianne now as well. Marianne has a very similar policy to Andrew Yang. If she doesn't make it, now it makes even more perfect sense that she should be his VP, his vice president. I think it would be a no-brainer at this point for Marianne to become vice president. And that's a very smart play on Marianne, because if Marianne doesn't make it, she can give her base to Andrew, and then she can become his vice president, because Andrew's taking off, and he's going to be all the way to the end of this thing. And I'm pretty sure he's gonna back and support Marianne, and I think it's just gonna be a perfect harmony. This is perfect, guys. This was a perfect morning I woke up to after those debates last night, and I am very pleased with what we saw, and I hope you all are very much as well. Want to get out of here real quick. Just want to remind you all, we have a universal basic income program that uses cryptocurrency, the most advanced technology in the world right now. It is global. The goal is to try to provide universal basic income for people around the world. We generate this through a system of what we call mining, creation of cryptocurrencies. It's very complicated, very simple at the same time, but you can earn basically these cryptocurrencies absolutely free. We feel they're your right. All you need to do is come on the website, you get them. They can be changed out to your local currencies in your respective lands. But that's all I want to say in this video. If you like content like this, don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, take care.